This one is... This one...
Wow. Balls. Late again, as usual. I was setting up my Monero node, so I have an excuse. We're gonna play some Magic. And then pee pee poo poo. I'm gonna do just YouTube Studios for maybe like a week or so, like YouTube, just streaming strictly on YouTube for like maybe like a week or two, and then go back to dual stream. Can I do damage? I can't. He's wrong. Yup. Meow, 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 meow. Come on, just give me one more land. That's all I need. Damn. Give me one more. Oh my god. They're like, I don't care. Oh yeah, just in Void and Magic, yes. Void Linux, based, and Magic together. Also based. Yeah, and this horse can be a real thorn in my butt. So. Come on, man, just give me one. Just give me a single land. This motherfucker's out here operating. This guy's balls too. You want that? Damn. This guy's swimming in land. This, thanks to the guy, I saw a dream where you were doing a bank heist, like the Radio Night game. That'd be funny. Alright, I'm cooked. No land. I'm cooked early. I mean, I don't even think, at least in America, I don't think bank heists are a thing anymore. I actually want to look that up. Last major bank heist in the U.S. The U.S. bank terror. Oh no. The most recent bank heist in the United States occurred on Easter Sunday in 2024. Oh, okay. When burglars stole up to $30 million money from a storage facility in California. The heist, considered one of the largest cash heists in Los Angeles history, surpassed the previous set record by Dubar armored robbery, which involved $18 million. Easter Sunday, burglars stole up to $30 million in a facility in Symir, California, where cash from businesses across the region is handled and stored. The thieves breached the building and the vault without triggering alarms. Impressive. And then the investigation is focused on whether they had inside knowledge of the facility. They probably did. Wow. So the largest one just happened a year ago. That's crazy. You don't think of bank heists, though, anymore. I don't think bank heists are a modern-day thing because cities are too packed to get out. Not even just packed, just modern technology, like bank security has gotten better. Apparently not. Apparently, motherfuckers out in California just stole, $30 million. I'm assuming it was... Yeah, they stole 30 million. How to Rob a Bank. That's kind of an insane title to have. The biggest heist and bank robberies in America. I guess it happened. I guess it happened. Wow. It's cool from like an external perspective. Like, that is insane. Like, they didn't trip an alarm. They didn't. They probably left the U.S. and if they didn't, they're probably keeping it very low. If I hypothetically did this crime, there would be no signs. I would just quietly pay off my debt, gather. If I was in a massive amount of debt, I would rent if say I got away with 10 million. I say like, 10 million of that. I would rent. I would not purchase a house because it would be very sus to how I got the money to purchase it. I would just quietly rent for the rest of my life. I would find an apartment. I would make sure I have a job too. I would be employed. I would live normal, chill life. I'd find the most fucking laziest, easiest job on the planet. Like, just like chill, not like lazy as in easy work. I would just look for the easiest work under the sun and just work part-time, have a roommate or two, and I would just pretend to be broke the whole time. Because if you bought a house, I would go to Monte Carlo and play poker and drink gold flaked champagne and get caught after 2 days. That's fair. I think that's what most people would do. Money, that kind of money can change your... some of these things are unfalsifiable claims. Like when people say what they would do when they win the lottery, you don't know. It's kind of hard to know. I know myself somewhat enough that I would. All right, he's done. He's donezo. I know myself to a certain degree that I would not make a massive mistake, like smoke crack and blow it all in a day or something. You know what I mean? But I would definitely 100% be smart about it. But again, it's somewhat of an unfalsifiable claim, so it's hard to say what I would do. A big personal chunk of me would be like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm not I don't think I'd leave the country. Because I think that looks more suspicious. Like, oh, you just left the country? Joking, I would go insane with panic attacks. Billy Jenkins. Billy Jenkins would probably be able to buy... He would buy the most expensive CPU to compile Gen 2. In record time. I'm surprised that is not a very niche convention, like competition of just Arch installing and Gen 2 compiling competitions. Just like, my CPU ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, but if you became a multimillionaire, you could get a nice you could get the most expensive Threadripper. Think about how fast you could compile Firefox, how much time you would save. You'd be buying time at that point. You would figuratively be buying massive time leaps. Ooh, 17,000. It's the Intel Xeon 60, 80, 90, 80p Granite Rapids, which costs 17,000. 128 core processor. Woo! Is the most expensive modern x86 CPU, significantly more expensive than NVIDIA's EPYC Genoa 9654, offering with 96 cores at 11,000. So if you went Intel, you would have 128 cores at your disposal. Think of... I feel disgusting thinking if... I feel the same leaving my building. But 128 cores. You could compile Gen 2, all of Gen 2. No, this is Intel. Oh, yeah. No, it's the Intel Xeon 6980. 128 cores. I mean, granted, if no price was... Oh, it is at 2 boost 3.9. That's insane. That's pretty good. 500 watts, though. L3 cache, 500 megabytes. Yeah. 504 to be exact. Goddamn, 500 watts from just that. Oh, man. The electric bill that would follow. Think about how much Monero you could mine. I mean, I know this... I'm about to sound out of touch. 17,000 is pretty insanely cheap. I mean, some streamers have like stupid builds like that. They'll have like a $10,000 build, like PC build, but they don't have 196 cores. If I were to build a 196 core CPU, it would be strictly that would be like a one PC that I would split. I would split amongst many people. Like the people that make like 4 PCs from one board and they like do virtualization and they split everything up. That's where the sauce would come from. I remember when way back, when there was a YouTube channel. I don't know if it was Linus that did it first, but there was a YouTube channel I came across that, because I used to watch a lot of craft computing, and he's like super into virtualization, and it's kind of cool. It's like very based. I don't watch his content too much now, but very based. Ooh, it's over for him. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I were ever to make a new computer, it isn't replacing current build. I'll set up a ice cream extended disk. Use multiple computers to compile on both computers. That'd be based. Just would make Nest how many VMs I want. Oh, you could VM for days. CubesOS could finally run at full. Guys, I found the perfect CPU for CubesOS. The perfect CPU for CubesOS. Only $20,000. I joke, but Tor is still gonna take 2 minutes to connect. True. The relay you could set up, like, I mean, 190 CPUs, like, that's a lot. And so the threads is 256, which is crazy. The cheapest one you can get is an AMD 10,000 for like 64 cores, 120 threads. I mean, for 10,000 for Epic, God, that is very power inefficient. Though the AMD, the Epic by AMD is 360 watts, and it's got decent specs for like 10 grand. $142 per core though. Once you get up to the Xeon per core, it is cheaper. The Xeon's cheaper per core, but the cheapest per core is the Xeon 6952 LP. It's 11,000 for 96 cores, 192 threads. Or was it 192? Yeah, it was 100. It was 192 cores, 256 threads. Which that again, that's impressive. Very based, very cool. $132 per though. Bring it at 15,000. Oh hell no. My dog. Encrypt my dog. Embcrypt my dog. Well, I mean, you'll be able to play Crysis, guys, at full frames. You guys see that some guy made a full movie with AI? No, I did not. There's like a guy that did like a full song with like, he makes music ethically with AI apparently. I don't know how the fuck he does it, but I'm not surprised. I mean, AI is getting there. Becoming more and more Oh, we're good. Frank, if you could excuse my question, is there a way to email you if may I ask? No, because I don't want to get spam email from sponsors or anything. Not that I think that I'm like that important, but I can only imagine the bigger the once the your email is out there in YouTube, you will get blasted with sponsors or people promoting shitty ads and shitty stuff and like shitty products. I've seen it happen to creators like under 1,000 subs, over 1,000 subs, under a million views, over a million views. I'm trying to avoid it. If people need to get a hold of me, I just tell them Discord, Matrix, or SimpleX. Because SimpleX, I can just ignore shit. I've even seen, like I've talked to like some like people that like some creators and like their emails out there for like quote unquote business inquiries, and they show me the shit they get. It's crazy, actually. Especially products. Like they're like, hey, here's this product. Here's this product and I want you to promote it and we'll pay you big sums of money. Death is getting this out there as soon as possible. Encrypt my dog. G. I understand, thank you. I just don't know if you have moderators and will I be talking to them? I don't have monitors because this is kind of a well, Jay Illis is, I made him a mod because there was someone in Element just spamming, and I generally don't like moderators because I know this sounds crazy, but I think it's unpaid labor, and I don't expect someone to care as much as I do, and no one should be forced or asked to do like moderation. If that's what people want to do, like that's full within their right, but I just look at moderators as unpaid labor because I am benefiting from it. And to be completely honest, my chats aren't like super crazy, except for one person like was spamming a bunch of shit that was kind of annoying. But I wasn't tripping. You stay. But you can also just you can just DM me on SimpleX. If you go to my link stack, all my contact links are there. I just might not answer immediately. But even like on certain, all right, then awesome. I'll write you on Discord since I know it's you I'm talking to. Yeah, I mean like, I get why people are like, I mean I'm skeptical. Like when people send me a message, I'm very skeptical of what it is immediately. But that's me. But you kind of have to be like, I'm not retarded or anything. Like I'm not gonna like hand over information that I would never want to not get leaked. I do assume that some people like, I mean 99% of the time I meet very chill people in the chat, in the room, in the Matrix. I'll get the one-off schizophrenic retard that wants to be combative or can't take, or just gets butthurt over my words and my opinion. I mean, this is generally my. Oh, I didn't mean that. Of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, I'm not assuming anything. I think it's interesting. So I'm more. I mean, on a personal level, I'm an outreach type of guy, and or gal. I'm an outreach type of person in general. Like, I think. I mean, my YouTube channel is like an extension of like if somebody came across it and they wanted to switch to Graphene OS or like another product, like AKA like KeyPass, or they want to learn how to use Monero, etc. And they got some value out of it and they go and spread it to their friends. Awesome. I mean, that's the purpose, but I think that impacting the people around me is more important than somebody. No offense to the people across the room, but like versus people across the room, because those people have far more impact in my society and my community. So I do meet people that, I mean, I am somewhat of an opinionated person. I do meet people that get butt hurt, their feelings get hurt or whatever, and then they exit and they think that it's gonna hurt my feelings, and I'm gonna cry and think about it. Like I'm gonna be like, oh, my subscribers are going down, my views are going down, you know, I mean, kind of thing. But in hindsight, I do this out of curiosity and haha funny and passion, but mainly out of the idea that, you know, if somebody comes across and one person gets the motivation to switch to something else. I meant to ask you something, that's all. Meant nothing else. Oh, no, you're good. I'm just ranting now. I do think that when I reach out to somebody, like when I reach to somebody and they're like, oh, that's really cool, I want to install Graphene OS, they do it, and then the people around them do it. It's very nice. That's a more rewarding feeling that they themselves are spreading it than anything. That's what I enjoy. Linux, Windows. True. Linux should be the default, but we live in a society. If you guys are, I think, aware of that SharePoint fiasco. Ooh. I think there, and then like Microsoft is like anyone running Windows Server 19 this coming October is going to lose patching. Kind of ass. If you tell me, like you paid for it. Oh my god, this guy's a real cuck. What a loser. Be right back. Damn, I think I got my... Yeah, I think I lost this one. Oh my god. He took out the cards I needed. A loser. What a smart man, actually. So yeah, I where is it? Um Reading haha funnies. Sorry, I think I misrepresented what I'd like to say. I was gonna ask. Oh no, you're good. I was just ranting. You can ask away. So you didn't misrepresent anything. I just went on a long rant for no reason because I'm retarded. So I got banned on X for like 12 hours because I told someone to KYS. I told a Bitcoiner that I said Bitcoin people are smelly. Someone that it was a massive Bitcoin fan got butt hurt. And then I told them to kill themselves because it was kind of funny. And it's the internet. Message redacted. It's the internet, so long story short, Twitter banned me for 12 hours for saying mean words, which is kind of funny for the extreme free speech platform, but You know, we all know that's not protected under free speech, but it's like it technically, in my opinion, it could be satire. Telling someone to KYS could be just satirical. It doesn't actually mean that someone has to go do that or is going to go do that. Again, it's just to me, it's the fucking internet. If you take it that serious and you're on the internet, you know how many people tell me to go fucking kill myself all the time. I'm not going to do it because I read some comment, some words on the internet and get very emotionally invested and be like, oh my God, someone I've never met said something mean to me. Like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. So I got like a 12-hour ban. And I'm like, this would never happen on Nostr. Because on Nostr, I met a smelly Bitcoiner. Like, people there are just like super invested in Bitcoin. And they said something about Monero's transaction fee. And I'm like, you're retarded, just kill yourself. like, because they are retarded and they did suck. And their argument was really bad, but beyond that, people know don't mean that. South Park is built on that humor. Well, not just that, it's also the premise that, again, this is the internet. The internet isn't a real person. I am just an internet person. You can just block me. You know what I mean? Or like this is not how Nostr handles it. If you don't like, and this is how Mastodon handles it, and Blue Sky, and a lot of other places on the internet, they just block them. Just block the person if you don't want to. Bart Simpson, Siphon. It was more or less beyond, and it's honestly beyond a humorous take. It's just like, again, it's just, I don't know, man. I've never read something. I've only got triggered from reading a sentence from somebody once, maybe on the internet, and I'm like, wait, why am I getting triggered? Because what they said objectively was retarded, and I remember it. But I'm like, wait, why am I getting triggered? It's the internet. And then I moved on. I laughed about it, and I moved on. What I was reading was so dumb that it hurt. It like made me angry. I'm like, oh, no one could be actually this dumb. And it's someone I knew. Like, I was like, you're retarded. And that was like really about I was like, why did I read that? What did I just read? Kind of thing. And I got angry. I got tilted. I crashed out over some funny haha words. Oh my God, what the fuck is this? Hell no. 2 of them. 2 is the price. And like, if you as a person, if stuff like that hurts you, you probably just don't be online. That's my general take. Just do not be on the internet, because you will not last. I've seen people say fucking way worse. Just go. I'm not justifying that you can. I mean, like, if you're being, my opinion is, if you're being a piece of shit to people in real life, like you're going out and you're live streaming and you're harassing people and you're doxing people and you're doing stuff that, and in my opinion, is not just illegal but kind of wrong, then yeah, I mean, you deserve to get punished for that. But other than that, I don't think typing out long words and insulting someone on the internet is fucking is I don't know. It's just, I don't see how people just don't turn off the internet. People these days are softer than that one bird I saw outside. I don't think it's a softer. I don't think we're just softer. I think people are just. I think people just don't know how to interact. I think people do not know how to, I guess, like, social, like, takes any, like, how to get insulted online. Getting hurt by a random stranger's opinion is weak all around. There are many worse things. Yeah, that's the best. Yeah. Getting hurt, getting your feelings hurt on the internet by a stranger is actively fucking insane. Just, there are way more important things that you could be doing with. Now, I will say that that could be in itself a really bad argument. I mean, there are... My general stance is if you dox people and you are actively harming people in real life, like these live streamers, sloppy live streamers, then yeah, you suck and something should happen to you. But if it's just online bullying words, then just turn off the internet. Yeah, like there are way more important things, like, in the world. Like being a dick for no reason. I mean, you're just gonna. I mean, like when I'm a dick to someone, I don't expect them to come back with loving arms and I don't expect them to come back with arms wide open. But again, I'm a very opinionated person, and my mind can change. I can have my opinion changed. That's the point of an opinion. Go outside on a Foss bike ride if you get hurt by a clown online. True. AKA me. I'm clown. Like, yeah, like just go on a fucking bike ride. If something gets you tilted online, if you're arguing with computer screens. I heard someone say something funny the other day. They're like, I never thought I'd be arguing with a computer screen in my entire life. And I'm like, it's kind of a funny way to look at it. Like, I think it's more crazy when people kill each other over online beef. There was this one guy. They were like DMCA striking each other's content, and then in Vegas they shot him. Like they found out where he was live streaming and they shot him, and I'm like, that's fucking. You suck. You suck as a person. You should not own a gun. You make people that own guns look bad, because then people will be like, oh, look at this. It's a freaking clown. It's made to make you laugh and silly. Why do you get hurt by it? Anyway, see ya. Nice stream. Thanks, Billy. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Yeah, I agree. But I saw online beef that like ended in some dude getting yeeted. I think something should happen to dumb people online is just getting banned on the stream. Most of those people are mentally very sick. Targeting people online is never okay, man. Yeah, I think targeting people like specifically and doxing them and making their life or like that, yeah, that's not cool. Like that's completely different. But just being a dick to someone online it's whatever to me. People are dicks to me all the time. I don't think about it though. I just think it's funny. And I'll call someone retarded, like if they're being dumb. But if you go out of your way to like you know someone is mentally not well, and you're purposely like harassing them and you're doxing them, like, yeah, fuck you. I mean, that's not cool. Like there's a fine line between like, I don't know. I think there's a good example of this. There's this really I wouldn't call him big. We'll watch it in a second. We'll watch this clip. This clip is crazy, actually. We'll watch this clip, and this is what you should never do, because you suck. You're a cool man. The first time I really liked your channel is when you were being kind, so douchebag on stream. I said, this guy's cool. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. But at the same time, like, if somebody asks for genuine help, I'm gonna help them. But if people like spread like FUD or like inaccurate statements, it's a conversation I've had like 100 times. It's not a fun conversation. Oh, tell me, I liked when you were being kind of douchebag to some douchebag. Oh, I was when I was being kind to some douchebag. Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, I've seen. I mean, people say mean stuff all the time, but like, I don't know. I try to have a pragmatic. I try to. I mean, there are times where I'll just negate stuff and be like, all right, you suck, you're wrong, like you are spreading FUD, and the problem is the privacy and security space. Oh my god, the privacy and security space is riddled with a lot of people that do spread false information that is unproductive because they have a misunderstanding of a certain technology, and I think that people don't understand that is technology. There are technologies that we will fundamentally, as people, maybe on a fundamental level, will not understand. Like I'm learning about like this. I'm never going to fully understand it because I'm not good at math. But there's a cryptography that is kind of in super beta, that allows you to work with encrypted data without decrypting it. It's called hologram cryptography. This is insane. I was just listening about it today. Holographic algorithm. It's a recent advancement in the field that includes the development of novel optical systems that leverage holograms to encode information, creating virtually impenetrable layer of security. The system uses these holograms to store its information in highly scrambled format. Is that it? God, I'd have to go back on security now and nope, that's not it. No, that's not it. Phonic cryptography. Homophonic cipher. This is what it is, I think. Oh, this isn't it. It's a switching cipher that uses corresponding table between letters, characters, plain set, constantly the same letter. Okay. It's like a type of cryptography that you can work with data. You can work with data, and you don't have to decrypt it. It's you make argument and try to educate. That's very cool. Yeah. It's a type of the homophonic. It's an interesting. It's very new and Oh yeah. Is a form of encryption that allows computers to be performed on encrypted data without first having to decrypt it. Yes, this is homomorphic encryption. This is crazy. There we go. Is a form of encryption that allows computations to be performed on encrypted data without first having to decrypt it. The resulting computations are left in an encrypted form, which, when decrypted, result in an output that is identical to the operations performed on the unencrypted data. While the homomorphic encryption does not protect against side-channel attacks that observe behavior, it can be used for privacy-preserving outsourced storage and computation. This allows data to be encrypted and outsourced to a commercial cloud environment for processing while encrypted. Very cool. Pre-FHE. Yeah, this looks like a lot. Like, look at this math. Why this motherfucker got letters in here? So this is very cool. And I listened to it long time ago. It was like not a long time ago. I listened to about this like earlier today, and I listened about this earlier today, and it was very cool. I guess you could do this with private biometrics, which the biometric payload is one-way homomorphically encrypted features vector that is 0.05% size of the original bio. Yeah, so I'm assuming that's how they do that, which is kind of cool. Okay. Homo, likeness, morph, change. Yeah, you should. It looks really cool. It's very interesting. I believe
Oh, out of hand. I did not think that these would have got.
he said Dean is a grifter like 8 months ago, but this guy.
How much water would you have to drink to die? Which mathematician?
Where's the speed? Playback speed. We're gonna do like 2.
Was the leader of an extreme religious cult that forbade its members from talking or eating beans? How did an episode of Friends create one of the most widely believed medical myths? The answers to these questions and hundreds more can be found in my new book, Facts That Aren't True. Link in the description. Dean Withers is apparently in a little bit of hot water again. And will he suffer for this? Absolutely not. What he should suffer for is sheltering and working with a known sexual predator. I've talked about this before on this channel, but I'm
address, children's names, parents' names, partner's name, business. Anything you have, please notify me.
really have the ability to do any.
So once again, there's controversy swirling around Dean. Dean, the only question I have is, why do you continue to host and give special permissions to this known predator?
Damn, I don't think I'm going to find it. But this guy essentially is he has a conversation. This is like where you become like a terrible person.
Oh, and I did not think that these would have gotten a lot of people's attention, but.
So this guy like is having he debates people. He's having a debate with a guy, and the guy's like, his answer sounds insane, but when you actually think about it, I mean, he's right. Pretty much, Dean Withers was like, "Hey, would you allow your kids to be around like pedophiles or something? And would you allow your kids do you think kids have consent?" He pretty much was like, do you think kids have consent? And he's like, no, kids do not have consent. And he's right. Kids don't have consent. Like, kids cannot consent. They don't have the ability to consent. They will never have the ability to consent. This is why doing stuff with kids is like immoral, because they do not have the ability to consent. Sometimes you should check out Chaos Theory and Strange Attractors, like Chaos Games and True Circuit. Their Chaos Theory optimization and cryptography, very interesting. I will do that. I do like learning about cryptography just in general. It's a very interesting topic, even though I'm very bad at math. But Dean pretty much like in a nutshell was like, hey, I'm going to dox you because I don't like the way you answered this, and like don't like your opinion. And like he like said pretty much verbatim was like, I hope someone finds your address, CPS comes and gets your children. Because I mean, the way he answered, it's kind of like when Richard Stallman answered some really stuff like kind of like in a weird way, which I don't think that there's malice behind it. And then people tried getting him fired, and like people had a problem with it because he was like, if somebody wants to fuck my dead body, that's okay. Which, I mean, he's not wrong. It is okay if he consented prior to it. Like, but it's just like the way like people word some stuff. Like it's just like, it sounds weird. Like the guy that worded it was very strange, but he is in a nutshell, he is right. I mean, kids don't have the option to consent because they don't, so that's what makes this immoral. But you do have there are parents out there that put their kids in like these positions that like they probably shouldn't. But again, kids don't have a choice because again they cannot consent. It was just an interesting lore, and why I think it like there is a line that you shouldn't cross, and I think it's when putting people in harm's way, like actual harm's way, like where you're like telling people where you live and to call CPS and dox you is like, that's kind of fucked up. That's not cool. Then again, I've been all over the internet. Stallman has very much autism, I think. I mean, yeah, probably does, but he said some weird shit. But that's it. I mean, I don't even think what he said was... I think he did say something weird about kids, though. Like, kind of like out of pocket. Like, probably shouldn't have said that. But the necrophilia was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. But Stallman also, like, people didn't try to dox Stallman. Kind of fucking suck. You kind of suck as a person. Like, I've been on plenty of parts of the internet where people's information gets doxed all the time. It's kind of scary. If you just piss off the wrong person, they'll just throw your information all over the internet. Ooh, I do not have a way for this man, but oh, they have lifelink. How do these motherfuckers always have this? He says all kind of weird stuff for years. I don't care about Stallman's politics, though. Yeah, and that's... Well, I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't think you have to inherently care about someone's politics. I think that can get tired. I lost that one. That in itself could get tiring. Like, just constantly thinking about, like, oh my god, is this person a left-wing grifter or a right-wing grifter? Like, that would be exhausting. Though, because like, yeah, actually, there's a YouTuber I watch that just does like online lore, like online like they do like online like deep dive stuff, and someone tried to cancel him because they found out like he's like somewhat he's like he wanted a trad wife and he believes in God, and I'm like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like he does good storytelling, and he even came out and was like, I'm not even right wing. I like, what are you guys alluding to? Just because I believe in God and I literally want a traditional wife, and I was like, oh, cool. Like I wasn't aware of this lore, like this online controversy for like months, and then I came across it and I was like, oh, I don't care. Oh, and because they like guns too, like they like firearms. But it kind of like makes sense where they're from. Like if you're born like in the South and you're surrounded by guns and you're in the Bible Belt, no shit, you're gonna like these things. It doesn't really necessarily mean that you're right wing or far right or conservative or anything. You just like guns, and that's it. Sometimes politics can really fuck up a lot of shit. I got no dog and yeah, but I mean, I don't think you're from America, so left wing and right wing in America are completely left wing, right wing, lib, liberal, you know, libertarian, conservative. Like my friends from out of the country that are like, they say they're conservative, and then I'm like, oh, you're just like American liberal. And then they find out what like American conservatism and American liberalism are completely separate from like what it's its own species in America. That's the problem. Like when people are like Canada was so scared of American conservatism that that the person that was running conservative that was going to win most likely lost. Because Canadians got scared. They're like, we don't want that, because he was being like a little too sexy with Trump. I'm like, oh, so you guys aren't you're not that. But it makes sense. I think I got into an argument with about this is like some guy was like super like, I don't like the founders of Brave, they're shady. I'm like, what did they do shady? And then he brought up the crypto stuff, and I was like, okay, they backtracked it. You don't have to you don't have to even like the people that developed the software. You can just enjoy the software that they made. Like, tying your identity to the software on that level, to me, is kind of insane. Like, they were very concerned with Brave, like the way Brave handled stuff. And I'm like, okay, then what's your alternative? And they're like, Firefox. I'm like, all right. Firefox, that gets most of their funding from Google, and they're crazy. And they manage their money in the worst possible way. Like, Mozilla is doing a bunch of shady stuff. And you're worried about Brave. Because I agree that Brave did some kind of tactics with the crypto shit, but they walked it back and a company willing to listen to the people that actually complain about stuff is a good company. I think that's a good company to put your like a little trust in, not like obviously like the whole trust, but ooh. Ooh. And first strike. I know in the U.S. is very politically polarized situation. In my area, going into politics is really messed up. I just stay away from that stuff. That's fine. Yeah, that's with it. You know, in the U.S. we do have the privilege. The problem is, in the U.S. we have the privilege to actually change a lot of shit and vote. You know what I mean? Oh, and then people complain. That's the problem that I have. Damn. Damn. Fuck them. Alright, I lost this one. Yeah, the US is... Oh no, it's kind of cooked, but what are you gonna do? Could be worse. I mean, at least we have some form of like voting power here and shit, and not that like America bad, but like there, and it does have some bad aspects to it, but at least we can. There are some stuff that we can change that I do agree with. Yes, and you can say things to the authorities. Yeah, that's true. We can talk shit to our. Well, it depends. Some can't. It depends which authorities, and currently right now it depends where you're saying it. So we are heading into a very dystopian future that I'm not a fan of. That I hope gets eradicated. You know, I don't know. It's very It's very difficult. It's pretty much just like big pee pee poo poo. But big sleep time, guys. Appreciate everyone stopping by. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for everyone who came by and continues to support, like, share, subscribe. See you later.